I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to get your FAFSA started this year. I'm Sophia Sahr, a financial aid counselor here at Rollins College, and today we're talking more about the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA. Why do you have to fill out the FAFSA? The FAFSA is a form that collects demographic and financial information about students and their families to determine a student's level of financial need. Colleges use this information to award you aid. Here are a few reasons why you should file FAFSA before heading to college. Access to your prospective school. Some schools have their own institutional grants, and they may use your FAFSA information to consider you as a recipient. Also, if you file FAFSA, the school you are applying to will generate a financial aid offer, so you can see an estimate of your out-of-pocket costs for attending that school. This will help you start those conversations with the financial aid administrators at your prospective college or university. Access to need-based aid. There is a misconception that the Department of Education only offers loans through FAFSA. If your level of financial need is high according to the information you provide on the form and the federal formula for the Student Aid Index, or SAI, you can receive need-based grants and other self-help need-based programs such as work-study and subsidized loans, where the Department of Education pays for the interest while you remain in school. Federal loans offer better terms and interest rates than private lenders. Even if you do not qualify for any need-based programs, the student loans that you will be offered through the FAFSA will have flexibilities and terms that are better than most private lenders in their majority. Some of these flexibilities include a low interest rate and repayment that starts 6 months after graduation. Maximize your opportunity. You never know what you are eligible for until you file the FAFSA. Filing this form ensures that the schools you are applying to will consider you for all avenues and types of financial aid because they will have all information that they need. What do I need for FAFSA? Filing FAFSA can be a smooth and positive experience if you approach it having prepared all the information and documents you will need to file the form. Here are some must-have items. 1. An FSA ID. The very first step as a first-time filer is to create your login information for the website of the Department of Education. This is called an FSA ID, and it will serve as your username and password to access FAFSA every time you need to log in to make a correction or continue the application. This login information will be unique to you, and it will stay with you for all subsequent years you are in college. 2. Social Security number. You will need your Social Security card to create your FSA ID and fill out your FAFSA. The Social Security number will be tied to your FSA ID. Be careful to enter your name and Social Security number on FAFSA exactly as they appear on your Social Security card. For users who don't have a Social Security number, an email will be required and instructions will be sent on how to verify their identity to create an FSA ID. 3. Tax records information. FAFSA will require financial information pertaining to a given tax year. The form will request that you and your contributors provide consent for FAFSA to retrieve your federal tax information from the IRS via the Direct Data Exchange. If this option does not work for you, you may need to manually enter your tax information. For this, you will need copies of the following: IRS 1040, W-2s and 1099s, and your U.S. territory or foreign tax return where you file taxes as applicable. 4. Other financial information. This includes records of any untaxed income, cash, savings, and checking account balances, and investments other than the home in which you live in. 5. The list of schools which you are interested in. FAFSA will give you the opportunity to enter up to 20 schools you are considering or applying to. Have this information ready to enter them on the form so the schools may receive your FAFSA after you submit it. 6. Parental information. If you are a dependent student, your contributors, parent or legal guardian, will also need all of the above. They will need to set up an FSA ID and have their Social Security number available. In addition, they will need their tax return for the same tax year, provided the Direct Data Exchange does not retrieve their information from the IRS successfully, as well as their untaxed income and asset information. Why fill out the FAFSA if I'm high income? Many families choose not to file the FAFSA when they believe their income may be too high to qualify for need-based programs. However, we encourage students to file the FAFSA for their first year of college, regardless of their income. Here are some reasons why. 1. As part of their admissions process or scholarship eligibility, some schools may require that you file the FAFSA. 2. Filing the FAFSA will start a conversation with the financial aid office of the school you list on the form. With the FAFSA on file, the financial aid administrators will be able to generate a financial aid offer for you. Often this will lead to forging relationships with them and having conversations on the out-of-pocket costs you will incur if you attend that institution. 3. Some schools can use this information to award any institutional grants they may have for incoming students. Without a FAFSA, you may not get the opportunity of being considered. 4. If you are thinking about borrowing, the federal loans you will be offered through FAFSA will have better terms for student borrowers than most private lenders. The bottom line is, you never know what you are eligible for until you file the FAFSA. Filing this form ensures that the schools you're applying to will consider you for all avenues and types of financial aid because they will have all information they need. How long does it take to fill out the FAFSA? The Department of Education works constantly on making FAFSA easy to follow and to complete. In fact, they indicate most students can complete the FAFSA in less than 30 minutes. Whether it takes you 30 minutes or more, filing the FAFSA does not have to be a time-consuming task. Here's what you can do to facilitate the process. Make sure you have good access to internet and the technology available. Ensure you and your parent have both created your FSA ID prior to starting. Prepare all the personal and financial information and documents needed. Work as a team with your contributors, parent or legal guardian. As a dependent student, FAFSA will send an email invitation to your contributors to complete their financial portion of the form. In addition, you can enlist the help of a high school or college counselor who is familiar with the process. This may help you understand terms you may not be familiar with. A great part of making this process as smooth as possible is being prepared and having the information that is needed ready and available. And never fret. If you are unable to complete your FAFSA in one sitting, you can save your progress and resume the application later by logging in again with your FSA ID. Watch our other financial aid videos to get all your college aid questions answered. And if you have any remaining questions, please reach out to our team at finaid@rollins.edu.